First of all, from a personal perspective, as a fifth-generation cattleman and part of a family operation who has worked for decades to improve the quality of our cattle, to give us not only the highest quality product but the greatest market access, we've worked consistently on genetics, everything from our health program to our preconditioning programs, to give us the greatest access for our calves. Recently, in the last 2 weeks, we marketed our calves with other producers in the 17th year of a producer-driven marketing association. We work with our local sale barn who helps us with this process, and then we market these calves into a host of different directions, and there's a host of different buyers who drive the market for these cattle. Many of these are value-added chains, some of them may be commodity chains, but having both of those in the equation really helps drive producers to strive for these added values and to increase their profitability. And ultimately, in our case, as a family farm, we've been sustainable over the generations because we've continually improved and tried to make our business and our product better. I'm also here from a regional perspective, representing the Southeastern Livestock Network, which is a consortium of 10 state organizations. Our goal is to work and educate producers to increase their market access for producers of all sizes. And we've got some real concerns of the unintended consequences of this proposal. Specifically, when you look at things that may take away some of the value-added market access for these producers, we work with producers of every size, help them work together, help them find avenues to improve their cattle and then in turn improve their market access. And in many cases, if we go back purely to a commodity basis, or if we take away some of these alternative marketing arrangements off the table, that disincentivizes producers to improve their cattle and to move forward. Another thing that really needs to be recognized too is cattle are not homogeneous. Unlike a grain market or something like that, whether it be for geography or for just personal preference, there's a drastic difference, for example, in a 500-pound calf, not only just across our region, but across the country. And in turn, the market for those different types of cattle are different. And trying to bring everything back to a one baseline commodity basis is just a flawed concept. It also takes us back many decades from the work that producers have done to recognize and react to market signals for the end product for their calves, and ultimately for the end product to our consumers. And then lastly, I think we need to recognize some of the tenets of this bill or this proposal, whether you talk about the opportunity for one packer to sell to the other or limiting who order buyers can represent, ultimately will have the reverse of maybe the intended consequences of, frankly, taking some buyers completely out of a market, or, like in the case of some of these value-added feeder calf markets, you may have a buyer who just chooses not to participate because of this reg. When it's all said and done, small producers, large producers, the industry, all of us, if we're not very careful about the consequences of this, stand to lose, as well as our consumer. And again, I guess I would just my takeaway from prior to this meeting and at this meeting is, there's an awful lot of vague issues in this discussion, and quite frankly, there's several things that take us a step backwards from what progressive producers have been trying to do to move their operation and ultimately the industry forward.